Hello, everyone, and welcome to Byte-Sized Culture, where we break down the big ideas in digital technology and culture into quick, digestible insights. Today, we are diving into an often overlooked topic that impacts millions globally: language inclusivity in AI. But why does this matter? Well, as digital tools and AI evolve, they are not just reshaping communication, they are influencing how languages survive and thrive. For many underrepresented language, this technology could either be a bridge or a barrier to preserving culture, identity, and tradition. Our goal today is to explore how AI might support these voices and what that means for a more inclusive digital future.
Exactly. Language isn't just about words, it's a living vessel of culture and identity. Ignoring specific languages in AI development risks erasing perspective and histories that make our world rich and diverse. Today, we'll share insights from crucial research and experts advocating for equitable AI, particularly for languages that often go unnoticed.
And we're hoping to inspire you, our listeners, to think critically about technology's role in preserving these languages. So let's get started by exploring some current challenges and potential solutions in AI language tech.
Let's kick it off with an inclusive AI learning framework by Song and colleagues 2024. This framework blends the five big ideas of AI: how computers sense, model, learn, interact, and impact society, with universal design for learning principles. By merging AI's core ideas with UDL, we're looking at an approach that caters to diverse learning styles and backgrounds.
Right, this framework aligns well with universal design because it offers flexibility. Imagine using videos, group activities, and hands-on projects to make AI education more inclusive, regardless of students' backgrounds or learning preferences. This flexibility is key to making sure AI isn't just accessible, but also meaningful.
Exactly. Meeting learners where they are is vital. And speaking of making AI accessible, let's dive into another study focused on sentimental analysis for underrepresented languages.
Yes, Anathana and Maragadakis explored sentiment analysis in low-resource languages like modern Greek using a model called gradient boosting. The challenge here was limited data, a common issue for underrepresented languages. Remarkably, they were able to achieve accurate sentiment analysis even with fewer resources, showing that meaningful AI tools are possible for low-resource languages.
By the way, what is gradient boosting?
That's a great question. Gradient boosting is a machine learning technique that helps makes predictions more accurate by learning from its own mistakes. Think of it like this. Instead of building one model to analyze all the data simultaneously, it creates several smaller models in a sequence. Each new model tries to correct the errors made by the previous one, so the overall prediction keeps improving with each step. In the context of sentiment analysis, gradient boosting can improve accuracy for languages that don't have a lot of data, like modern Greek. It's a way of making the most out of limited resources.
It's exciting because this technique could be adapted to languages lacking resources, making AI more inclusive. We're opening up new possibilities for cultural and linguistic representations by working with what's available.
This brings us to an important question. If we are striving for inclusivity in AI, what happens to languages at risk of disappearing altogether?
Exactly. Hartley 2012 highlights Google.org's Endangered Languages Project, which collaborates with groups like Canada's First Peoples Cultural Council, or FPCC, to document endangered languages. For example, there are only 5 fluent speakers of the Tashisha Nuchanula language. The FPCC has been preserving these languages digitally to ensure they don't vanish with old generations.
And that's invaluable. Platforms like versus.com communities preserves not just the languages, but the cultures and stories tied to it. Digital preservations isn't just about the words themselves, it's about the identities these language carry.
Using technology to preserve language is a huge step forward, but to be truly inclusive, AI needs reliable data. That brings us to an essential consideration: the quality of data used in these technologies.
Yes, Liang et al. 2022 emphasizes a shift from model-centric to data-centric AI development. This means cleaning and curating high-quality data can be even more impactful than just adjusting the models. Imagine building an AI that is genuinely representative because the data itself reflects diverse voices and cultures.
And add some methods like citizen science, allowing communities to contribute their own data, especially in language with limited digital footprints. This approach empowers people to share AI in ways that reflect their own linguistic and cultural realities.
Speaking of empowering communities, let's discuss Kalika Bali's TED Talk on language technology and the urgency of inclusive AI.
In her talk, Bali emphasizes that while language technology has made significant progress, many languages are still left out. She warns that if these languages aren't represented, we risk erasing perspectives that enrich our world. Her message highlights our collective responsibility to push for inclusivity.
Absolutely. Bali's talk reminds us that each language carries unique wisdom and worldviews. It's more than just translation, it's preserving these diversities of thought, history, and culture.
So, as we wrap up, let's remember that building linguistic inclusion in AI isn't just technical challenge, it's a cultural commitment to ensure every voice has a space in our digital future. To our listeners, we invite you to think about the languages and voices that matter to you. As AI continues to grow, let's all advocate for a future where technology helps us preserve, not erase, our culture diversity. Thank you for tuning in to Byte-Sized Culture.
A special shout out to SMBullock_2120 for inspiring today's discussion on language inclusivity in AI. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our content with your friends.